watching CBS 2 News This Morning in high definition.
Traveling across the pond doesn't have to break your bank. Coming up, European travel tips. You are watching CBS 2 News Saturday morning. For a lot of families, taking that European vacation can sometimes be a whole lot more expensive than it used to be. So what do you do to give the kids the culture without breaking your bank? Joining us today is Jim Sherman, the editor-in-chief of ShermansTravel magazine and ShermansTravel.com. He has some ideas to help us make the European trip a little more affordable. Jim,
okay, thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you very much.
Your first travel tip, choose an up-and-coming destination. Define that.
Well, I think that we all know the most popular destinations in Europe of London, Paris, and Rome, which also are going to be your most expensive cities during the peak season of June through August. So I recommend always to consider some of the up-and-coming destinations, such as Berlin. In fact, I'm just back from a trip to Berlin. It's very exciting. It's a cosmopolitan city, as you might expect from one of Europe's capitals. Great dining scene, a rich cultural history, and certainly if you're a history buff of 20th century history, you can't do any better than spending time in Germany and Berlin. But also Portugal's Algarve coastline, which is just south of Lisbon. It's about an hour south out of Lisbon. It's a great alternative to some of the pricier destinations of the French Riviera and Italian Riviera. So if you're looking for a beach vacation, Portugal's Algarve coast is terrific.
Well, speaking of beaches, your travel tip number 2, a cruise on a cruise.
Well, cruises are always a great way to save a bundle of money because everything is all-inclusive. You're not only getting the transportation from port to port, but you're also included in the prices, your cabin, obviously, and all meals. So it's a great way to save a considerable amount of money, and the one that we're highlighting here today is by Norwegian Cruise Lines. Norwegian Cruise Lines ship The Jewel is offering a 12-night cruise. It's a classic Mediterranean cruise that goes from Istanbul to Ephesus, Ephesus to Athens, Athens up along the Adriatic coastline past Dubrovnik, which is absolutely stunning, on to Venice, and then from Venice to Rome and Barcelona. And it's an absolutely amazing cruise opportunity through Norwegian Cruise Lines for $1,200 for a June departure, which is fantastic. If I weren't working next month, I'd go.
Okay, 3 more tips to get through. Stay outside the city center.
Absolutely. I noticed, you had a segment earlier about the Queen of England, and London, of course, is one of the world's priciest capitals, so is Paris and others. But if you want to stay in one of the popular cities like that, we recommend staying outside of the center. In the case of London, Clerkenwell is a great area to be in. There's a Hotel Zetter. The Hotel Zetter, for about $250 a night, is a great alternative to some of the pricier hotels that are in the West End, which is the traditional core center for tourism in London.
And sometimes on vacation, they get very expensive when you add in the hotel fare, the plane fare, but you're advocating pay one price and just get it done.
Certainly, the air-hotel combination packages is something that I think Americans should take more advantage of. European travelers actually do a majority of their travel through package programs. Americans tend to do less. I think air-hotel packages are a great option. Our website actually happens to list a number of them. One of them is an air-hotel package to Paris, 6 nights, including air from New York, for about $1,200, and that is in the summer season, which is would be terrific price for Paris.
All right, Jim Sherman, thank you for joining us. Good advice. We appreciate that.
Okay, thanks very much.
And for more information on this and other travel tips, you can log on to the website WCBSTV.com. We'll be right back.